na he South Dakota eta he dopa o waiwa.
Today we're having social studies, and so in social studies class I incorporate a lot of the cultural knowledge, a lot of the traditional teachings, and with this week helping them understand boarding schools. A lot of the children's grandparents were boarding school survivors.
When you see the stars in the moon, these will be
a lot of them are familiar with boarding schools to an extent, but with them especially, a lot of times it's like you speak Lakota, you sing in Lakota, and you're able to do that because your grandparents had suffered, but now you're turning that around. So today's lesson is really about that, in what the people have endured, but also having them understand their own resiliency.
There were some good people, but there were some there that didn't treat me and treat some of the other ones so well. And there was one priest who took care of the store, nominally prayer room. I can say that I didn't know this word. Later I know is the word sadistic. We didn't have our family there, but we had our other Lakota students there that we bonded. That's one thing we learned. We learned to really bond with each other and share some of the difficult things that we were experiencing in private.
The work of opening records and giving family access to information is critically important for families to move forward so that they can understand their own history and determine their own, how they use that for their healing.
I come from a family who's really kind of uncomfortable with the subject of it, because I did have a grandma who came to Holy Rosary Mission back when it was a boarding school. And so it means a lot to me to try and get the message out that we're trying to heal, and we're more inviting, and we know that we were a boarding school, but we're beyond that now, because we don't preach that same message anymore.
I'm going to share the Quizlet code for you, so make sure you log on to quizletlive.com. It's coming up here real quick.
There are things that we have learned about ourselves that we have to change as a result of this process. And so we don't know what those are yet, and we don't want to pretend that we can anticipate what those are. But we know that going through a process like this means that we can't return to some sort of status quo.
But whatever does come about, my belief is that it should be Indigenous led.